This is a Switch 2 that I sent in to Nintendo Japan to get fixed because it suddenly stopped working about a week after I bought it. This is a repair quote from their website. It says here they discovered rust, water damage on the CPU and LCD housing, corrosion, and they won't fix it under warranty. They have to pay 35,000 yen plus tax to fix it. You can still see that it's drawing some power. .4 watts. I used it indoors exclusively and I didn't get it wet. I take care of my systems. I even had a case and screen protector on this from day one. The water indicator stickers did not change color, as confirmed by Nintendo. There is rust on the CPU and LCD housing on my unit.
What's going on, dudes? It's your boy Andy Matrix, and we are back on Angry Guys YouTube channel, and we're back talking about Bricktendo. I'm sorry. What I meant to say is Nintendo. There's a new name going around for Nintendo. We got a new nickname for Nintendo. Yeah, Bricktendo. Yeah, Bricktendo is going all over Reddit, all over YouTube. It's in the YouTube comments now. I love, man, you guys are creative. You guys are pretty creative. First, it was Soini, Squeenix. If you guys ever watch Raging Golden Eagle, right? Squeenix, Soini, Sensor Station. And for Nintendo, we got Bricktendo. Did anybody ever give Nintendo a nickname? Well, now we do. Guys, if you haven't heard of me, it's your boy Andy Matrix. Go check out my YouTube channel, Andy Matrix Gaming, where I talk about anime, gaming content, Japanese culture. Go ahead and check it out. The link is in the description. Click the link in the description and follow me to my channel. I'm trying to reach 3,000 subscribers, damn it. I've been on YouTube for way too long. Help me out. Please help me. And guys, remember, go check out Angry Guy on Rumble, because YouTube has become the censor station. Angry Guy's uploading his content all over there on Rumble. Right, he's got new content over there, so go ahead and check it out. Link is in the description. Also, do not let, Klaus Schwab and the elites at Davos and the people in the hoods tell you that you own nothing and be happy. Go ahead and check out Angry Guy's Crypto Academy. In Crypto Academy, where you can learn how to buy and sell cryptocurrency, learn how to day trade crypto, make a profit off of crypto, for God's sake. We could all use a little bit more money. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more moolah in this tough economy. Click at the link in the description for Crypto Academy by Angry Guy. Now let's get to it. Guys, imagine buying a console, and then a few days later, that piece of shit doesn't work. You didn't do anything. You didn't drop it. You didn't pour water on it, right? The rain didn't hit it because you had it safely locked in your bag, right? In your anti-water, anti-raining bag, whatever you want to call it, right? You take care of your console like it was a little baby, like a newborn baby, right? But then, a few days later after buying it, for some strange reason, it stops working. To make it worse, you send it back to Nintendo. We're talking about the Switch 2 if you haven't figured it out. You send it back to Nintendo, and even they can't fix the problem. I want you to think about this. I want you to think about this. Nintendo, who created the Nintendo Switch 2, the console, you send them back your console to fix the problem, to find out why it's not working. They can't fix it. The creators of the Nintendo Switch 2 can't fix it. Imagine, what a waste of money. That's $1,000 just thrown into the fire. Basically, you took your money and just lit that shit on fire. That's what's happening here. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but close enough. Okay, close enough. So yeah, somebody bought a brand new Nintendo, a Nintendo Switch 2, and it stopped working. By the way, I think what makes this story even worse is that it's in Japan. So this customer This gamer, he's in Japan, bought a Nintendo Switch from the Japanese market, right? From a Japanese store in Japan. Probably lives in Tokyo or Osaka. He has the Japanese version of the Nintendo Switch, buys it, turns it on, doesn't work. So it's not like it's not like the console got on a ship, but they put it on a ship, ship it over to America, and then some asshole in the suburbs bought it, turned it on, and it stopped working. No, this is directly in the Nintendo motherland, for God's sakes. And to go deeper into this story today, we got Fratanga. I'm gonna go ahead and play his video, and when he's done, guys, make sure to throw some tacos at him. Yeah, hit it.
Is that what happens? What if I told you the Brazilians and the Japanese are working together to expose Nintendo? Well, I know your immediate thought would be, okay, Brazil, yeah, they hate Nintendo, they're pissed off at them right now. But Japan? Why would somebody from Japan hate Nintendo unless they screwed them over? Well, that's exactly what happened. Unfortunately, this person did the incorrect thing by listing their problem as a brick. What we have here is not a case of bricking. What we have here is actually company negligence to their consumer, and it's quite severe. If any of this is true, of course, because it's Reddit. You always have to consider that people just post anything there. But the way it's broken down in autistic detail has me thinking it's pretty legit. I still have my doubts. There's always room for skepticism. You should always have room for skepticism, like you have room for that baked potato right after you eat that steak. I'm based in Japan and recently bought a domestic Japan-only language model Switch 2. After about a week of normal use, both docked and handheld, the unit ran out of battery during handheld use. The unit never once left our living room. That night, I left it on the dock to charge. The next morning, it wouldn't turn on. I tried multiple USB-C cables and confirmed with an Anker portable battery that it was still drawing between 0.7 watts and 1.5, which suggested something inside was still functioning. I followed the procedure to hard reset the device by holding the power button for 20 seconds, multiple times as seen in multiple threads, but it wouldn't turn on again. I sent it to Nintendo expecting them to repair it under the standard 1-year manufacturer warranty, but they came back saying the CPU and LCD housing were corroded due to water damage, and now are quoting me 35,000 yen, around 240 USD, for a repair.
Oh, it is? Oh, jeez, that's terrible.
Hold on, wait. They're not even gonna repair the guy's device for free? Is this one of those cases of you broke it, you bought it? I mean, you don't have proof he broke it, but that's what Nintendo's choosing to believe, and then telling him 240 to fix this problem. My question is, how does he have any corroded pieces after 1 week of use? Now, usually with a lot of tech, and that's the Switch included, there's this thing called an LDI, a liquid damage indicator. It's like a white strip with red dots, and it turns pink if any sort of liquid comes in contact with it. And that will usually help technicians know if any sort of liquid reached the unit or any of the components housed inside of it. Now keep in mind, these are not as reliable as you would think. High humidity environments can cause them to turn positive. Now, he lives in Japan, I'm not sure the humidity over there, but whatever warehouse this thing was sitting in could be the culprit, especially if it was sitting in there for months. Either way, Nintendo has clearly indicated that there was corrosion, and they're led to believe that it was due to liquid damage. But there's more to the story. After being told about the liquid damage indicators that are in the Switch 2, this user went back to customer support to ask Nintendo if those indicators had changed color to confirm any sort of water damage. And what he said is, it sounds like the water indicator stickers did not change color, but they said that water can still get in / water damage can occur regardless. I also asked for a picture and they flatly refused that they don't do that? Okay. Alright. Well, for legal purposes, I can see why Nintendo would not send pictures back to customers, or any pictures for that matter. And that is to cover up their asses for any single case. You can send Nintendo all the videos and pictures you want, but if you ask them, send me a picture of my opened up Switch so I can see for myself, they can tell you, No, I'm sure that employee working support would love to help the guy, but that is company policy and he can't. But you have to think about how frustrating that is. We've determined it was water damage. Hey, you know, guys, not that I don't believe you, but can I see for myself? No. And of course, he didn't risk opening it up himself because then he would have lost all warranty. He shipped it out because it had warranty to begin with. Wow, I kind of feel bad for this guy. Needless to say, I was completely shocked. We absolutely never exposed the unit to any moisture or water. It worked totally fine one day. The battery died. We left it docked, and the next day it wouldn't power on. I've attempted to escalate and have now spoken with 4 different customer service reps, and that's Nintendo customer support for you. They've all been polite, but each time I'm told the same thing. They won't repair it under warranty, and I have to pay. I tried to reason with them with my limited intermediate Japanese, but no flexibility. I asked for more details about the corrosion. They said it was 3 centimeters on the bottom right of the unit. Well, that's strange. Okay, they can find corrosion in that area, but that still didn't set the indicator off? See, them not being able to send any pics of the device back to the user does not help in a situation like this. It would be really nice to know what it actually looked like, because this would be like a mechanic telling you, no, you can't look under your own car hood. Just take my word for it. I'm starting to wonder if I received a lemon unit or if something happened during manufacturing, storage, or shipping. It just doesn't add up. I'm looking for insight from anyone with electronics expertise. Of course, I would be perfectly okay paying up for the repairs if we did, in fact, drop the switch in the toilet or something, but I'm getting so frustrated with how this is being handled and that I'm not being given the benefit of the doubt. Well, remember when I told you I wonder if Nintendo's sending him back the console? We're in luck. He posted a video on YouTube updating us and unboxing the recent Switch 2 that Nintendo refused to repair.
This is a Switch 2 that I sent in to Nintendo Japan to get fixed because it suddenly stopped working about a week after I bought it. This is a repair quote from their website. It says here they discovered rust, water damage on the CPU and LCD housing, corrosion, and they won't fix it under warranty. They have to pay 35,000 yen plus tax to fix it. You can still see that it's drawing some power. 2.4 watts. I used it indoors exclusively and I didn't get it wet. I take care of my systems. I even had a case and screen protector on this from day one. The water indicator stickers did not change color, as confirmed by Nintendo. There is rust on the CPU and LCD housing on my unit.
And there it is, as you can see for yourself. Just to confirm it is the same person and the stories line up. I'm quite surprised more people haven't covered this. I think I am the first who is covering it.
That is right. That is right, guys. And as we're heading into the all-digital future, you know, that corporations want to control, make sure to check out Angry Guys Crypto Academy, where you can learn how to buy, sell crypto, day trade crypto, learn how to make a profit off of crypto. Angry Guys also going to show you which coins to buy, right? So everything from, you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Shiba Inu, XRP. XRP team right here. I got my money on XRP, due to the banking system. My money's on that. So go ahead and check it out. Click the link in the description.
Hey guys, in a world pushing you to own nothing and be happy, crypto is your key to survival. Join Angry's Crypto Academy to master buying, selling, and trading crypto. Make huge profits and safeguard your wealth. Plus, discover the one crypto virtually no one is talking about, poised to create new millionaires in the upcoming bull run. The link is in the description of the video below. Go check it out now.
Now, on with the show. So, Nintendo has become so careless that they are now selling you broken consoles, right? Because, at first I thought it was just like the second-hand market where, like, a gamer that got pissed off at his Switch 2 just sold it to GameStop. And then you, wanting to buy a Switch 2, you go to GameStop, buy a used Switch 2, you take it home, you find out that it's been bricked, and you don't know how to, you don't know what to do. And Nintendo doesn't know what to do either. to their own consoles. Like, it's kind of funny. Nintendo knows how to turn off, right? How to ban your system and brick your system. But if something is wrong with your Switch 2, with your console, they don't know how to fix the hardware. I don't know about you, but that sounds very convenient to me. That sounds very convenient, damn it. Ah, God almighty. When are the lawsuits going to start? When are the lawsuits going to start? I can't wait for Brazil to sue the living crap out of Nintendo. I can't wait to see how this ends up. This is gonna be an absolute beautiful disaster, and I can't wait to see it. Right? And but also, oh wait, hold on. I was gonna say, when are gamers gonna start suing Nintendo? But because of Nintendo's policy, right? The I forgot the name. I forgot the damn name, but you can't sue Nintendo on a court. You have to do it on a private court, which is absolutely ridiculous. How they get away with these things, man. You know, honestly, the best way to win is to not buy a damn console. Is to not buy a damn console. That's the only way to win here. PC Master Race, where are you? PC Master Race, I'm calling you. Follow me. I will be your new messiah. Okay? I will get each and every one of you an Asus ROG G15 for gaming. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that shit. I don't got the money. You crazy? Get your own laptop. Anyways, let's go ahead back to Fratanga.
And it's crucial. We got to get the word out there. This man deserves to have his device replaced. Out of principle alone, Nintendo should just honor the warranty and just replace the device, because there's not enough evidence on their end. If the stickers didn't go off, it's not going to be the end of the world if you replace his system. But you still sold over 5 million of them. Is it going to kill you to honor your warranty like this one time? And he's straight out of luck, because it would seem the retailer he purchased this from told him to take all complaints to the company themselves. And a lot of retails here in America that I know, you could just bring the system back, and most of the time they're not even going to ask questions. They'll return it. But because of Nintendo's limited warranty, there's so much wiggle room for them to just say no, flat out. And what's more is they don't have to send you proof if you did it or not. I've legit had expensive GPUs, RAM sticks, power supplies, keyboards, and mice all get replaced so easily and so effortlessly without a single question asked. Hell, I was never asked to return the product to get it repaired or looked at. They would just replace it. But it would seem Nintendo is not the type of company that I normally shop at. And that's for a good reason. Because it would seem they don't have that much leniency on their customers. I've never once had Nvidia or AMD ask me, but was it your fault? Hell, a majority of the time I never even had to talk to them. All I had to do was talk to the retailer. Now I know what some of you are thinking, Frit. Maybe you're taking this guy's side too much. And I could see why you would think that. After all, it's easy to just lie and say he never got his Switch 2 wet. The thing, however, is we have another YouTuber, the Brazilian one I was talking about. That's right, Brazil, you know? Nintendo's #1 fan right now. With their overpriced $800 Switch 2's over there. Well, one of the content creators from this beautiful land actually posted a video where he opened up a Switch 2. And he actually found corrosion. Check it out.
So now that we've reached the pull apart, I saw something curious. You'll notice here on the shielding part, it's rusty, oxidized, a new device, new, right? That wasn't supposed to happen. This is a treated material, right? It wasn't supposed to be rusty like the way you see it. Change to the microscope image to get a lot closer so you can see. Look at that. It's the brand new device, huh? Here, look. Rusty, guys. Interesting. I've never held a new device like that. It's rusty like the way you see it there. It's right above the memory. This tends to rust more, okay? Over time, but a very curious fact.
And right there, you can see corrosion happening on what is supposed to be a brand new device that this man just unboxed and opened. This is the only other similar case I could find. And we don't know how similar it is because we don't know what it looks like inside that other man's Switch 2 that was returned to him by Nintendo. He would need to open it, but he's placing his bets that this is going to be a widespread issue and eventually Nintendo will honor the warranty But I say, just crack it open and let's take a look and see if it's similar to the corrosion we can find over here. Because this is a severe issue. This will continue to rust. How this is happening with anybody Switch 2 may have to do with where they were stored and how they were stored and for how long. Because I open my PC quite frequently and I've had this thing for almost 7 years now. We're getting there. And not a single bit on my motherboard has any rust like we're seeing right there, right next to the Tegra chip on the Switch 2 motherboard. These types of metal are usually treated to prevent such scenarios, because right now we are seeing someone open a Switch 2 that was brand new and has corrosion. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that the same issue is affecting this other customer, who had a very good protective cover case for his Switch 2. This man went out of his way to get the most protective gear for his device, and it still somehow ended up with these issues that Nintendo claims were his fault. Now, I would say this would require more investigation than Nintendo provided, but he talked to 4 representatives already and they all told him the same thing. But this guy literally shows in his video how many portable devices he's purchased from Nintendo that still function, that are still well taken care of, that he has collected over time, so I trust he took good care of his Switch 2, especially his Switch 2. From the looks of it, he's a very loyal customer. The only other reason could be his friends or a family member did wet the device, dried it, and never told them. That could be the only other explanation, which is very possible, of course. But seeing the protective case he put it in, I don't see how it would have gotten that soaked. If he wants this done right, the only way will be to open it up himself.
Yeah. So at this point, console gaming is officially dead. It's officially dead. Because, you know, the Switch 2 is not a console. This is not a console we're dealing with here, guys. Any device that can be bricked like this is not a console. Right? I don't know what the heck you call this. This is like a, I don't know, a government phone. Should we call it like one of those government phones? No, that's too cheap. It's too cheap. Maybe that's too cheap. Yeah. You know, I thought that console gaming was dead with the PS5. You know, because the PS5, the disc doesn't have the entire game in it. Right? And correct me if I'm wrong. You know, last I remember, Sony PlayStation did ban a few people, or did try to remove content from certain gamers in Europe. Yeah. So that's right. You know, I think they're in the same category as Nintendo. They just didn't go as viral. PlayStation is lucky that they didn't go viral with that problem over there in Europe. But not Nintendo. Okay, Nintendo hit the last nail in the coffin. I tell you, they hit the last nail on the coffin. And I don't think there's reversing this, right? There's no reversing this. All this nonsense with the Nintendo Switch 2. There's no reversing it. You know, they already printed or mass produce millions of Switch 2 consoles, right? Millions of people have bought it and returned it. So the only way that Nintendo can fix this problem is by releasing a new version of the Switch 2 and remove. It's gonna be a new version of the Switch 2 with none of the problems. Okay, which they will eventually do, because remember, we had the Nintendo Switch in 2017, we had the Switch Lite, and then we had the OLED years later. We had the Nintendo Switch OLED. So yeah. So eventually they're gonna sell you on the new version of the Nintendo Switch, like companies always do, right? And it's gonna cost more money, so it's not gonna cost $500, $600. It's probably gonna be $800, and you dummies out there are gonna buy it because you just love putting yourself in credit card debt. You know, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Yeah, and honestly, man, at this point, I'm just kind of paranoid. You know. It's kind of paranoid, so I'm gonna stay nice and safe in my little PC gaming corner where I feel nice and safe and serene, away from all the nonsense. Whatever your thoughts are, make sure to comment below, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for future notifications. Everybody, it's your boy Andy Matrix. Godspeed.